Hey, it's McGuff, and on February 2nd, 1959, 9 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute were found dead in the northern Ural Mountains. What makes these deaths so mysterious is the fact that no one is quite sure what happened to them. So, now a little backstory. A group of 10 highly experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, went hiking in the northern Ural Mountains. On February 2nd, 1959, they decided to set up camp for the night on Kholat Syakh. But then, according to Soviet authorities, an unknown compelling force caused them to flee the camp and 9 of the hikers to die. The hikers' tent was torn from the inside. The leader, Dyatlov, had injuries on his right fist, indicating that he was in a fist fight. 2 of the hikers had fractured skulls and broken ribs. One of the hikers was even missing her tongue. There were many theories put forward, and we're here to explore some of them. But before that, let's review some things. 6 died of hypothermia, and 3 died from fatal injuries. There were no other people near the campsite. The tents were ripped from the inside. Their injuries could not have been caused by another human being. The closest comparison to their injuries was a victim of a car accident. Tests show that their clothes had a very high amount of radiation in them. One person, Yuri Kuntsevich, attended 5 of the hikers' funerals, and he states that their skin had a deep brown tan to them. Another group of hikers, 50 kilometers south of them, reported orange spheres in the sky. Other witnesses also claim that these spheres could be seen from February to March 1959. Reports also suggest that there was scrap metal in the area too. Now that you know the facts, let's explore some of the theories. 1. Hypothermia, or death by extreme cold. 2. Avalanche, or a landslide of snow. 3. The YETI, more commonly known as the Abominable Snowman. 4. Infrasounds, or very low frequency sounds. And 5. Military tests conducted by the Soviet government. Theory number 1. Hypothermia. A healthy internal body temperature is around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Hypothermia occurs if your body's internal temperature drops to below 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius. Hypothermia causes shivering, exhaustion, confusion, loss of hand-eye coordination, memory loss, slurred speech, and drowsiness in adults. Hypothermia also causes something called paradoxical undressing. This causes your body to feel like it's burning up, and so you start taking clothes off, believing it will make you colder. The symptoms of this paradoxical undressing would explain some of the minor injuries and the lack of clothes, but doesn't explain some of the more major injuries, lights, metal, tan skin, or radiation. Theory number 2. An avalanche. A quickly approaching avalanche would require a quick escape, which could explain the lack of clothes. An avalanche could have also brought scrap metal from one campsite to another. An avalanche on a major scale could explain the injuries the hikers sustained. But this theory has a lot of facts that contradict it. Number 1. The location the hikers set up camp at didn't have enough damage around the area when the bodies were discovered. Number 2. The location they set up camp at was actually safe from avalanches. Number 3. But tests show that if an avalanche were to happen, it would completely miss the camp. And number 4, 10 highly trained hikers would know not to set up their tents anywhere near a possible avalanche location. Theory number 3, a YETI. In 2014, Discovery Channel aired a special entitled Russian YETI, The Killer Lives. In it, it claims that an angry Russian YETI killed the hikers at Dyatlov Pass. Although paranormal skeptic Benjamin Ratford wrote that the whole idea of an inhuman creature is extraordinary. He also states that the details Russian YETI include are very common among these types of theories. These types of theories include 1. The Chupacabra, 2. Satanic rituals, and 3. Extraterrestrials. Although at the end of the special, host Mike Lebecki admitted that he made it all up. Theory number 4, infrasounds. Infrasounds are low-frequency noises, usually below 20 Hz and outside of the human hearing range. But if a sound wave's pressure is high enough, you can actually feel it in your ears. These infrasounds do have real effects, even if you can't hear them. Horror movie directors often utilize these in order to create feelings of panic, fear, and nausea. The theory states that the wind going around the Holachal Mountain created these infrasounds, which in turn caused the hikers to go crazy, causing them to hallucinate and then become aggressive towards each other. And theory number 4, secret Soviet military tests. Some believe that the Russian military was testing parachute mines in the area around the time the hikers were camping there. Parachute mines are bombs that go off right above the ground and create damage very similar to what happened. They are very useful because they create a lot of internal damage, but not a lot of external damage. It could also explain these glowing orange orbs that the other campers mentioned. And if the military was testing radioactive versions of these bombs, it would explain the radiation and the deep tanning of the skin. So what do you think happened to the hikers? Were they killed by an avalanche or a YETI? Did they go crazy from infrasounds? Or were they the unfortunate victims of a secret military experiment? Leave your theories down in the comments below, and I will see you